Welcome to Travel Perspectives, the show where we explore destinations, cultures, and experiences that shape the way we see the world. I'm Kate, and with me is my co-host Clifford. Today we're diving into one of the most exciting and historic places in Manila, Binondo, Chinatown.
Yes, and if you've never been to Binondo, you're seriously missing out. It's not just the oldest Chinatown in the world. It's a place filled with stories, culture, and of course, mouth-watering food. Kate, when was the last time you did a full-on Chinatown food crawl?
Oh, you already know, Clifford. It hasn't been long. Every time I visit, I find something new. Whether it's a hidden alleyway restaurant, a new twist on a classic dish, or just the experience of roaming around this historic district.
And that's what makes Binondo so special. It's not just about eating, it's about experiencing the culture. But before we get into all the food talk, let's give some perspective on the history of this place.
That's a good point. A lot of people don't know that Binondo was established in 1594 by the Spanish as a settlement for Chinese migrants who were already trading in the Philippines. That makes it older than some of the Chinatowns in China itself.
Right? And back then, the Spanish were trying to keep an eye on the Chinese traders. But instead of just settling here temporarily, the Chinese community flourished. They built businesses, intermarried with Filipinos, and created what we now call the Chinese Filipino, or Chinoy, identity.
And this is what I love about Chinoys. They're a perfect blend of two cultures. They celebrate Chinese traditions like Lunar New Year, but they're also deeply integrated into Filipino culture. Many of them speak Hokkien at home, Filipino in school, and English in business.
And speaking of business, let's talk about how Chinoys have shaped the Philippine economy.
That's something I really admire about Chinese Filipino families, their strong work ethic and business mindset. Many of the biggest names in Philippine business come from Chinoy families, and their success stories always have one thing in common: family and discipline.
Yes, for Chinoys, business isn't just about making money. It's about building a legacy. Many of the businesses we see today started as small family-run shops in Binondo, and over generations, they grew into massive corporations.
And because of that, Chinoys are among the richest people in the Philippines. From real estate to retail, from banking to technology, they've made a huge impact. But here's a question for our listeners. If you had the chance to start a business in Binondo, what kind of business would you open? Tell us in the comments.
Now let's switch gears a bit. When people hear Binondo, they immediately think about food, but there's so much more to see here. Kate, what's your favorite non-food thing to do in Chinatown?
Oh, definitely just walking around and soaking up the atmosphere. The streets are so alive. You'll see temples, old Spanish buildings, colorful signs, hidden alleyways, and of course, the bustling markets selling everything from Lucky Charms to herbal medicine.
And let's not forget the bridges. The view from Jones Bridge at night is absolutely stunning. You get that mix of old-world Manila charm with modern city lights in the background. It's a great spot for photos.
Which brings me to another question for our listeners. If you could take the perfect Instagram shot in Binondo, where would it be? The temples? The bridges? The food markets?
Speaking of fun, let's do a quick quiz for our listeners. Since we're talking about Chinoys and their impact worldwide, here's a trivia question. In what years did Miss Universe Philippines candidates with Chinese Filipino heritage compete?
That's a good one. Drop your guesses in the comments, and we'll reveal the answer at the end of the episode.
While you're thinking about that, let's get back to exploring Binondo. One of my favorite things about Chinatown is how alive it feels, no matter what time of the day you visit.
Oh, absolutely. Whether it's morning, afternoon, or late at night, there's always something happening. It's one of those places where you can just get lost and stumble upon something amazing, whether it's food, history, or hidden gems.
And the festivals. Chinese New Year in Binondo is an event you have to see at least once. It's the one time of year when the streets are filled with firecrackers, dragon dances, and so much energy.
It really gives you a new perspective on how Chinoy traditions are still very much alive here in the Philippines. Culture isn't just about history, it's about how people live, celebrate, and continue traditions today.
All right, let's go back to our quiz question.
Yes, the Miss Universe Philippines candidates with Chinese Filipino heritage competed in 2016 and 2023. Maxine Medina in 2016 and Michelle D in 2023.
Did you guess it right? Let us know in the comments. And while you're at it, tell us what other travel spots you'd like us to cover next.
That's a wrap for today's episode of Travel Perspectives. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Binondo Chinatown, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel content.
Thanks for joining us, and see you on the next adventure.